Howdy, Jacob here. Today we're looking at DHT Holdings. Let's get into some figures here. So, 1.6 billion market cap, 1.9 enterprise value, 300 million net debt. Not a terrible figure. 8.5 PE, 1.6 price to book. No return on invested capital. Really nothing there. Let's see the debt, long-term debt, 367 million. Very high capital expenditures. Obviously, here you can see a sell off, but 367, just very volatile earnings here. I feel like if we were to look at 2015, 2019, 2020, let's see, big dividend, big dividend, big dividend. They really pay out depending on their cash from operations, and this is a very cyclical looking business to where right now 11.55% dividend yield sounds fantastic, but that's just because they're on what appears to be the top of a cyclical cycle. And so as you can see, it's been they do consistently pay a dividend, but they're likely not going to be paying out an 11% yield. Um, but even if they pay out 20 million, let's see, equals 20 over 160. It's still a 1% yield. The whole screen that we're doing though is specific to try to get 4% a year for people that are retiring, or just people that want that excess free cash flow. And I think this is just too volatile to do that. And it's not. If I were to do an average, I don't think it would average out even to 4%, because you'll see 11%, then 1% for a couple of years, and then 11% when it's a peak year or whatever it may be. So I think we can get into some assumptions here, but just initially off the bat, it doesn't look like it's going to be the type of company that we're doing this screener for. We're shooting all over the place. I'm going to assume no growth here. I'm going to assume that it'll probably average, what is that averaging? 11 over 3. 3% yield? No. Let's do that, because that's essentially averaging out at 2.7% yield, which to me makes sense roughly. It's fudge math, but beside the point. Let's get to some earning and cash flow assumptions here. What do we got it averaging? 11, 23. Might just do 10, 20. With their business being volatile, looks like sometimes they are issuing shares more than they're buying them back. Maybe just net out to zero, essentially. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to need to fall quite a bit. 64% to get to the estimated 15% yield. Company like this is definitely better for people that truly understand the business. And since present value free cash flow works best when it's on the early part, I could see this being an attractive company when it's on the bottom of a cycle and people think that the company is going to be trash for the next couple years, when in reality it's a cyclical business and it's likely going to improve, and the next couple years are going to be a lot better than the current year. That's probably going to be the best time to look at a company like this. It's as cyclical as it is. So, I hope everyone has a good rest of the day. Thank you.